back live right now.
How do I hear him?
When he speaks, you'll hear him in the mic.
I can barely hear him.
Okay, you see the red-headed kid underneath the key?
Put the headphone on, and I'll wait for him.
Yeah, you got to, just look at him and the phone at the same time. Charles will be on it. Oh, really? Are you looking at JV?
Being here in person is like 30 seconds behind. Yeah, so like look right here, 6:46, we're at 40 seconds I guess. That doesn't have anything to do with the audio. It's just, by the time it hits YouTube, it's just 30 seconds behind what you're seeing in person, is all I'm saying.
So I got to call somebody not here.
It's going to be a lot easier for them to hear, yeah. That's just the Allen key. Yeah, the only
Turn it up or down or anything.
I mean, I can turn it up over here, but the only thing you're gonna have coming through that is his voice. You're not gonna hear yourself.
That's what I was wondering, just if I can turn him up or down.
I can, but let's wait to see like when he's got his mic in his mouth how it sounds, and then I can crank it up a little. They don't have the best audio quality, so like where it's at right now is right on the line of where it gets fuzzy in your ears.
All right, Braves fans, welcome back to another night of basketball. Tonight we have the Enterprise Wolves have driven all the way up to play us North Summit Braves. The 3-0 Enterprise Wolves versus the 3-1 North Summit Braves. I am joined tonight by none other than Josh Shaw.
Good to be here, Wyatt. We're glad to be here for North Summit's first home game of the year. North Summit's been pretty successful. We got a 3-1 record. Enterprise comes in ranked third in the state. They're 3-0, so should be a good game.
Yep. So some of the opponents that Enterprise has beat, they have beat Valley, they have beat Duchesne last night. Was it an overtime? No. Panguitch was an overtime, 58-53. They beat Valley 57-55, and then last night they put a pretty good one on Duchesne at Duchesne, 53-32.
Yeah.
What are we looking for tonight, Josh?
You look through a lot of Enterprise's top scorers, they are very well-rounded. They have 4 or 5 guys that are right on the double-point margin, 10+. They're a pretty well-rounded team. They're strong, they're tough. they've kind of been North Summit's nemesis in boys basketball for the last 5-6 years. They're the ones that have been knocking us out at state. So this should be a really good game. On North Summit's side, we've got a pretty strong class, good 6 or 7 kids that do have most of the playing time. But we're looking for some hopefully hot shooting from Tate Pace and some high-intensity fast ball movement from Crew Richens.
Yeah, we're going to need some of that. Enterprise comes in here. We actually beat them last year at state. I'm sure they got an itch that they want to scratch here tonight with North Summit and maybe get one of them games back.
Yep, exactly. And Bud Randall has been the coach at Enterprise for a long time. And when I was an assistant on the staff, I mean, he is a smart, fantastic coach. He's always got a game plan. He never gets rattled. And so he will give us, no matter who he's got playing for him, he is always going to have his kids prepared. So it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Let's talk real quick about the underclassmen. The freshmen come in. The freshmen took care of business. What did you think of the North Summit Braves play?
The Braves played a very good game tonight. They're very, very well-rounded in the scoring. I think we had 3 or 4 kids led by Max Shaw in double points with, you've got Max, I think, that finished with 12 or 13. Talon Stewart had 10. Beckham Johnson, I think, finished with 9. And so they played very well today. Good ball movement, very good coaching as well.
JV had a great game as well. JV come in, first half was a little closer in the second half. North Summit run away with a little bit later in the second half. That game wasn't as tight.
Yeah, it really helps, especially when you have our varsity, 2 or 3 varsity players that are starting the JV game. They come in and build a really good lead for us a lot of the times and really get the intensity up. And then the underclassmen came in and took care of business the second half. Played very well.
One thing I'm looking for from the Braves tonight, looking at the roster, looking at the boys, Enterprise probably has in their starting 5, probably outweighs us by 150 pounds collectively.
Easily.
I don't think we're going to put a kid on the floor that's over, $150, maybe.
Yep, you're exactly right.
So
our tallest is Tate Pace at about 6'4", close to 6'5", and he's skinny, but man, he's a good basketball player.
We call him the praying mantis.
The praying mantis.
We're going to pause for just a second while we honor the flag.
Rowdy right. And now for our flag presentation, brought to you by Summit Heating and Air, presented by your North Summit Isanos. Now, the playing of our national anthem.
Fantastic job by the drill team.
Yep, as always. Now we're ready for the starting lineups, Josh, while they're warming up. What's some, one more time, key defense-wise? If you're the Enterprise Wolves, defense-wise, what are you going to do?
You know, I think if I'm Enterprise, I'm going to try and make North Summit shoot outside as much as possible. We're missing Kai Sargent tonight. He had a knee injury a couple games. Well, it was about a week ago in practice, so we're missing him. He was a great three-point shooter. I would try and force us to shoot as many threes as possible on North Summit's side. If you're Enterprise, sorry, just listen to the starting lineups here. Let me go through some of North Summit's. I want to go through some of the starting lineup here, tell you kind of what they're averaging. You've got Luke Brown. He's averaging about 13 points a game. Chase Padfield, he's averaging around 6 points a game. Tayton Pace right now is averaging 21 points a game. Keston Richens is averaging just over 10. And Crew Richens right now is averaging about 5. If you look at Enterprise, their leading scorer and their best player from what we've seen is a senior, number 11, Crew Richens. Crew Evans. He's averaging about 13 points a game. He's a great player. They also have a senior, one of their tall guys, Carter Hardman. He's averaging about 9 points a game. They're their leading scorers. Like I said, they're very well-rounded. They have 3 or 4 guys scoring between 7 and 10 points a game in double figures. So
yeah, and I noticed on any one of their 3 games, it was on any given night, it was one of their kids stepping up to score a few points.
Yep.
I did notice that also at Enterprise, they're going to score they're probably going to get more points in the paint tonight. So they're going for a little higher percentage shot. It's pretty tough to beat the Braves when we're on. But if you have an off night, resembles the Morgan North Summit girls game last night.
Yeah, that was a nail-biter.
So the Braves are going to start Keston Richens, Luke Brown, Chase Padfield, Crew Richens, Tate Pace.
Yep. If I'm Coach Priest, I'm trying to switch our defenses tonight as much as we can to try and cause some confusion, to try and get them off balance a little bit right from the go, maybe throw some pressure at them. Coach Priest does a very good job of preparing for the game, so I look forward to seeing his strategy.
So here we go, Tate Pace and Roger Cope for the jump.
Jake Christensen grabs the jump ball, dribbling it up, passes it over to Teak Truman. Ball knocked out of bounds by Crew Richens. Christensen's taking the ball at the top.
Braves are man up.
Get the ball inside Riker Jones. Puts it up just off the front glass. Good defense by Luke Brown. Steal by Keston Richens.
That's great defense there by the Braves not to foul.
Looks like the Braves are in their Duke offense. Crew Richens for the
three.
Oh,
great start for Chewy.
Fantastic. Braves have set up in their half-court trap. Enterprise was able to break that with relatively ease. Missed by Crew Evans. Padfield on the runaway.
Three from Tate doesn't go. Oh, we're going to get it back.
Good steal by Tate. That's 2. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to try and get some easy buckets at the game.
Got to capitalize on the turnovers. We got the Manis out top, Crew in the middle. We got Chewy back.
Steal by Padfield.
Yep.
Gets it to Crew Richens, who brings it up, looks to set up the offense.
That's a great steal by Padfield, but it's really just a bad pass that got to him.
Yeah. Padfield for 3. Just off the mark. Evans with the board. Throws it down, throws it out of bounds. Turnover by Enterprise.
Another turnover for Enterprise. If you're an Enterprise fan, you got to limit. There are 3 turnovers. We're not even 2 minutes into the game.
Yep, and I think that's something that we need to do all night, apply pressure. Looks like North Summit's in Tennessee offense now. Pace drives left, pulls up, miss, off the mark. Cope with the rebound. Christensen pulls up. Air ball, Tate Pace with the good board.
Enterprise stays in the man.
Luke Brown up top, looks inside. Hits Keston. Keston over to Tate. Tate dribble drive on the right-hand side. Goes in, drives, banks it off the glass. Great shot, Tate.
You know, that is one thing about Tate. He can find his spot.
Yes, he can. We're at 7-0 right now for the Braves. Just under 3 minutes past. Still applying the half-court pressure. Hardman puts up a shot and misses. Good board by Luke Brown.
A great board. You know, that's not a bad look for Hardman either. You take that shot.
Yep, that's a good shot. Keston, good drive and kick out to Padfield. Nice.
3 from Patty.
I got to be honest, I didn't expect this. A good 10-0 lead to start the game.
Well, it's too soon, but we seen it.
Seen that last night?
Seen it last night.
Another turnover.
10 isn't enough, but right now Enterprise just not taking care of the ball.
Keston just off the mark from 3. Crew with an offensive rebound over to Brown. Brown drives, puts it in off the glass.
Great take. Luke got baseline, got position squared up, easy bucket.
Reminds me a lot of Luke's old man, President Brown. Fantastic player back in his age.
So if you're an Enterprise Wolf, I mean, obviously Bud calls a timeout. He wants to take care of the ball.
Yep.
We're just a little bit jumbled right now. They're a better team than what they're playing. I look to see this change drastically coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, he'll have something ready for him. I mean, it's 12-0 right now. I imagine they're on a little bit of tired legs. They're playing back-to-back. They just came from Duchesne last night, which is a few hours away.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I anticipate them to turn things around pretty quick, but I hope we continue to apply the pressure.
Yeah, if you're Coach Priest, you probably don't change anything right now.
I wouldn't.
Our shots are falling. The press is working. We've got them out of their offense. Everything going for North Summit right now.
Yes, it is. Do we want to go through some of the sponsors real quick? I'll read a few of the gold sponsors.
Yeah, hit a couple.
Accent Flooring, Allied Mechanical, All Works HVAC Electrical, Barbie Beef, Bates Land and Livestock, Bat Electric, Big Canyon Homes, Caden Amber Sargent, Castle Rock Construction. They're a few of our gold sponsors. We'll get to some others later.
Braves come out, same starting 5. The Mantis, the Adams Apple, Knick Knack Paddywhack, Razor Blades, and Chewy.
Exactly. Still in our 50Z press.
Ooh.
Over to Hardman. Hardman penetrates.
Great defense. Go!
Oh, yep, just off Crew's foot.
Yep. Tough call for the ref, but I think that's the right call. That hit about 3 feet before it went out.
Yeah, we have 3 veteran officials here tonight. These guys have reffed a lot of games, so I imagine this is going to be reffed very well.
Oh, just bad luck. Got his feet tangled up.
Travel call on Riker Jones, North Summit basketball.
Braves will inbound in front of their own bench. Enterprise is going to stay in a man.
Oh, they've left Chase Padfield wide open. He penetrates baseline, kicks it back to Crew Richens, who pulls up.
Great
just
good looking shot.
Yep, good shot.
I don't think anybody can be upset with that. He was squared up, looked good.
Christensen into Jones. He puts it up off the glass for their first 2 points of the game.
Yep. Broke the ice. That's a big boy move right there.
And that's what they need to do. That's probably North Summit's biggest weak spot is we're not very tall. So they're going to try and pound that in the post against us. Keston with the ball on the left side.
Right now they've chose to go really physical on Tate.
They're face guarding him at almost every turn. Good rebound by Riker Jones. Kicks it to Christensen, who brings it up the right-hand side. Gets it inside to Cope for 2 points. Great ball movement by Enterprise.
Yep, if you're the Braves, we lost ball movement on that last possession. We got to come back, move the ball around the horn, make them work on defense.
Braves have gone to their Duke offense. This involves a lot of cutting, backdoor cuts, what we call butt cuts. Keeps you moving and on your toes. Keston Richens yo-yos to the left over to Tate. Tate hands off to Crew Richens. Crew looks to penetrate. Oh, ooh. Bad pass there to steal by Roger Cope.
Had the pick, we didn't get the roll.
Again, pounding it in the post. Hardman with a very good shot just off the rim. Scores 12-4. 2:30 left in the first quarter.
different Enterprise team right now than what we saw before that timeout.
Much more composed.
Yep.
Tough pass. Cope manages to pull it out, kicks it back out to Jones, just off the mark.
Ooh, big board. Big board by Razor.
Good job, Keston. Way to play. Good sportsmanship by Cope to get with Keston, make sure there's no bad blood. Boston Priest, look, just checks in for Padfield.
Braves are in a bit of a dead right now. We got to break the ice ourselves. We got up 12, and then we went 2 possessions. No turnovers, but, as I say that.
Turnover. 31's checked in the game for Enterprise.
He had a decent JV game.
Yeah, he played very good in JV.
That's a great contest by Luke.
Aiden Emmett. Christensen with the ball on the left-hand side. He's fouled by Tate Pace.
Got a bit of a scrum down there. Physicality right now, North Summit's getting pushed around. The last 2.5 minutes, North Summit's getting pushed around underneath.
We do. We need to match their physicality in there to keep them out. I mean, we need to keep them on their toes. We want them to shoot threes. Yep. We don't want them pounding it inside. Emmett back to Christensen, up to Jones.
Ooh.
Good shot from the free throw line by Jones. Scores now 12-6. Richens brings it down, hits Luke Brown on the right-hand side. Back to Keston Richens for 3, takes it. Just off the mark.
We talked about it a little bit in the pregame. Keston's not having his best three-point shooting in the first 3 or 4 games of the season. I look for that to change. I say he keeps shooting. That's open shot. You take that every time.
Keston's a gamer. He, everybody goes through a little bit of slumps, but he is a gamer. If he's not shooting well, he's rebounding. He's tough. He's not going to give an inch away. Christensen yo-yoing at top. Crew Richens applying great pressure.
This is where I like it. I like the pressure out top. Get him 40 feet from the basket. Make him throw hard. If they're going to get that ball down low, they're going to have to throw it a long ways.
Christensen for 3. Just off the mark. Emmett with the rebound. Over to Jones up top. He gets it back to Christensen.
That's going to be Enterprise ball. Last touch by North Summit, they said.
Christensen inbounded the balls. They've got Crew Evans checking back into the game for Christensen. Again, Evans is their leading scorer on the season so far. He's a very well-rounded player.
I think he ended up with a bloody nose.
Good out-of-bounds play. Roger Cope able to get the inside position on Tate Pace for a layup. They've tightened it up, Wyatt, 12-8.
Yeah, they've gone on an 8-0 run.
Tate Pace for 3 just off the mark. A huge rebound by Jones. Gets it over to Evans.
North Summit scored 12 points in the beginning of the game, and we have gone cold.
Ice cold. Emmett just off the mark from the right-hand side. Tate Pace with the board, pushing it up the floor. Hits it over to Crew Richens, who gets it inside to Greenwood, who's checked in.
Missed one.
Greenwood's number 34, he's just checked in. Richens drives, kicks it out to Boston Priest. Boston Priest for 3.
Good bucket. Good bucket.
Shot Boston.
I was questioning him stepping back until it went in, and then
they might have got him for a travel, but
yeah, that's a great shot.
Great first quarter for the Braves, 15-8. I like the intensity. Both teams, it looks like Enterprise has settled down. We know what they're going to try and do. They're going to keep trying to get the ball inside on us.
Yeah, it was no secret we were going to get out-muscled. They were going to make it more physical. They come out of the timeout, and you could see Coach Bud was letting them know that they were a little soft there for the first minute and a half. They turned it around quick. North Summit did not respond well to it.
No, we didn't.
If you're Coach Priest, Josh, what do you do?
I'm going to mix up my defense a little bit. I might throw a little bit of zone at them to try and put more pressure around the perimeter to make it hard to get the ball inside on them. I would probably try a good 3-2 zone here, maybe a 2-3, even a 1-3-1, just to try and put pressure on the guards outside to try and limit those passes into the post.
And it's looking like it's taken both teams, or they're averaging 50, 55 points a game. We're on track for that right now. If they're going to do it, North Summit has North Summit has got to move the ball. Right now the ball is sticking. It's sticking out top. Too many dribbling. We got to move that ball past, get it around, and we got to hit our cutters.
Yes, we do. It looks like Chase Padfield's entered the game for Crew Richens. That's the only sub here at the quarter break. Enterprise back out with their same 5. Padfield's got the ball up to Enterprises went to a 1-3-1 to mix it up. It's probably a smart move by Coach Bud.
Yep.
Pull up by Brown. What a shot.
Big shot.
That is the weak spot, Wyatt, on a 1-3-1 is those baseline.
Yep.
That may get him out quicker than we think. Great pressure by Brown.
You know, Josh, we got Isaac Greenwood in there right now. Isaac Greenwood's on Jones. Plenty of body, plenty of meat. They're being really physical down there.
I really like Greenwood. He is very, very tall. He's not afraid to get physical. He's not counted on to play tons and tons of minutes, and so he can really take advantage and use his fouls wisely and, you know, play some good defense.
Yeah. In the JV game, he was very physical, had a lot of got a foul on Patty right now.
That's his first.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think a good change with Isaac going in the middle. We're making him work down there now. Isaac probably has 30 pounds on anybody from North Summit right now.
He does, and he's about the same size as Roger Jones, who's been hurting us in the post.
Yep.
And so that's a good change. Ooh, good quick pass into Cope.
Yep.
Great pass, great shot.
He sealed Luke out, kind of lulled Luke to sleep right there, and then he put a seal on him. Great inbound pass.
Looks like Enterprise is sticking in their 1-3-1. We get the ball down to Greenwood at the corner, tape Pace, got the ball on the baseline, throws it back up to Luke Brown, back to Pace, who's wide open, just off the mark.
Right now, North Summit, the thing I'm noticing, Josh, is North Summit spacing. Their floor spacing right now, and we might lose that with a few of the substitutions we come in. They might not play with those varsity, the same minutes in practice and on the floor as the varsity, but floor spacing was key right there.
Exactly, especially it looks like they've gone back to man now. Richens over to Priest on the wing. Priest over to Keston Richens, who takes it up top. Ooh, gets the ball under to, just out of bounds. That was the right idea.
Yeah, right
Crew
idea.
was wide open.
Right idea. Maybe a hair late. But I've noticed with Crew and Razor back on the floor, we got a lot more movement. Ball's moving quicker, feet are moving quicker.
Looks like Eric Phelps has chipped into the game for the Enterprise Wolves. Great defense by Luke Brown.
They're going to say it was off Luke before.
I think Luke's foot was out of bounds when he last touched it. The official under the hoop there, man, he is at all the big games. It's good to have him here in North Summit. Emmett with the shot.
Good look.
Nice three-point shot by Emmett. Padfield on the left-hand side throws it back to Keston Richens. They're still in man-to-man. Braves are in a pick-and-roll offense right now. Keston gets it down to Luke Brown. Perfect pick-and-roll.
Oh, good shot, good look, just didn't go.
Great ball movement. Good pass by Keston. Man, they go right back to the post, which is what we knew they'd do.
Yep.
Emmett's come in and provided some good
board.
minutes.
Yep, good board by Chewy right there. He boxed in, not boxed out. He see that was going to come wide. He's got a great knack for the ball, football, basketball.
That's one thing. Chewy's a kid that's never going to quit. Crew is just tough. He's fast.
He's electric.
Smart.
He's electric. I think Haley and Courtney actually, they don't feed him. They just plug him in.
You might have to.
Oh,
he brings so much momentum. Looks like there's some
lots of contact.
Brown.
Good take. Big shot, Luke Brown.
Good pass by Keston Richens there too. Another pick and roll. Enterprise is having a hard time with that. With that type of pick and roll offense, you have to have very good weak side, help side defense. And last two times down the floor, the North Summit Braves have exploited that. Boston Priest with an offensive rebound off the free throw. Enterprise ball.
So right now, again, we got Boston, Patty, Razor, Luke, and Chewy. Ooh.
Hardman looks to penetrate. Ball stolen by
good hustle.
Chase Padfield. Timeout called by Coach Priest before the refs were able to call a travel there. Let me go through. Do you want me to read some of these other gold
hit a couple
sponsors?
of them.
These sponsors, we can't do it without them. We've got Dr. Michael Judy, Double R Construction, Extreme Excavating and Landscaping, Flair Construction, Glenn and Frankie Brown, Hennifer Valley Storage, ID Electric Company, Genesis Laser Aesthetics, KO Law, Lancelot Electric, Leo Christensen DDS, Lewis Peak Communications, Moore Safe Jacks, Michelle Adkins and Terry Diston, Windmere Real Estate, Most Valuable Plumbing and Heating, Napa White Auto Parts, Peak Medical Polar King, Primo Builders, R&K Hunting, River's Edge Storage, Rouser Construction, Rust and Stone, Samara Checon LLC, Skycon, Summit Heating AC, Todd Dearden, Vernon Storage, Wasatch Levitt Insurance Agency, Wildfire Landscaping, Zions Bank, and Zip Rider. Those are our gold sponsors.
Got to have them to make the basketball go around here at North Summit. Appreciate all they do.
Looks like nobody made a substitution through that timeout. North Summit with one of their patented backdoor lob plays. Enterprise played it well. That's about as good as you can guard that. Was able to.
Said that Razor touched that last.
Yep, knocked that off his hands.
We're gonna put some pressure on here.
It's like we're back in our 50Z.
I like this move right here.
This is what helped us get that first 12-0 lead. Phelps has got the ball at the top, looking to set up the offense. Gets it into Cope. Crew Evans drives, pulls up, hits it. He is a good player. Like I said, he's their leading scorer. It's his first 2 tonight.
You know, on that last with Crew going in there on Boston, he might have had a little shove, but, you know, Boston's got to match that. We got to be more physical. Good look by Luke.
Great shot. Good offensive rebound by Padfield. Keston Richens for 3. It's off the mark. Padfield with a second offensive rebound. He's come to play today. Over to Crew Richens, looking to set up the pick and roll. There it is again.
It is.
Luke
Good
Brown
take.
for 2.
Good take, good look.
Good read by Crew Richens. That pick and roll has given Enterprise some problems.
Yeah, Crew Evans actually backed off that a little bit. He doesn't have any fouls. He could have contested that probably a little harder. Maybe wishes he would have.
I'm sure he'll probably hear that from his head coach. We're back in a 2-3 zone. I like us trying to switch this out.
That's what it does right there.
Switch the defenses as much as possible and confuse the offense, and there's a turnover. Keston takes it right to the hole and gets it for 2.
Nobody in the middle. A little confused on the defense right there. Bud's going to call a
Randall
time.
is not happy.
He is going to call a timeout and talk to him about it. North Summit, you know, we've made some good changes.
Yeah, we've adjusted, and that's one thing I've noticed with Bud Randall too is he is very strategic with his timeouts, and when North Summit gets on a run, he will stop you. And so he knows exactly. He's been around for a long time. He's a great coach, several state championships, and so he's looking to calm his team down and settle them down, probably try and get the ball back in the post.
Yeah, Braves have so far this second quarter, Braves have won the quarter.
Got an 8-point lead right now, about halfway through the second quarter.
Braves are going to come out with Tate. They're going to put Tate back on the floor. So Chewy, Patty, Razor, the Big Apple, and the Mantis.
It's like Luke Brown's currently leading the Braves in points with 8 points, and then we've got multiple kids with either 3 or 4.
Yeah, Luke's coming off that screen really well. He's rolling to the basket hard. He's getting his the easy buckets, and that's what we like.
Oh. Phelps denied by Padfield as he looks to make the pass. Christensen's checked back in for Enterprise. He's kind of their go-to point guard. Over to Phelps, short on the 3. Good board by Keston, but he threw that one away. Turnover.
I think he might have got away with the travel.
He did. Evans puts up the 3 just off the front end, out of bounds.
Enterprise is going to get it back.
They usually have Christensen throw the ball in, which usually their out of bounds guys heavily involved to try and get the ball back. Jones with an air ball from 3-point. North Summit pushes the ball but gets fouled.
You know, Chase Padfield's doing all the little things right now. He's doing all the little things, and he's got a few points. I think he had 2 offensive rebounds in a row. He's got a couple steals.
And that's key for North Summit. Do your role.
Yeah.
Fill your role. Do your job. What a turnaround by Luke Brown. Good shot. Board by Jones. Kicks it out to Christensen. Christensen calling a play right now. Gets the ball over to Evans. Evans looking, wings it over to Phelps. Phelps inside to Jones. Back out to Phelps. He kicks it to Christensen. Back to Jones, who pulls up from the free throw line. Good shot.
That was a good looking shot.
Good ball movement by Enterprise. They're applying a little pressure now, a little full court pressure. North Summit breaks it with ease, though.
Yeah, if you're North Summit, I want them putting pressure on us. I want them as far away from the rim as we can get them.
Exactly. Make their big guys get away from the basket. Keston drives baseline. What a move. Just short on the shot.
He ran out of go juice right at the end.
Evans gets it over to Christensen on the left-hand side of the floor. Inside to Jones. We've got to guard him.
We've got to guard that.
Board by Padfield.
Patty again. Jones is getting to that high post. He's got a few shots to go. We got to protect that.
He has. He's got 4 points right now, both right there at the high post. Richens drives right inside, just off the rim. Board by Hardman.
Good look, good take.
Christensen pushes the ball up the floor over to Phelps, right back inside to Jones. Christensen over to Phelps in the corner. He dribble drives, falls over, maybe got away with the travel. Christensen penetrates.
Oh, there we go. Padfield again.
Yep, Padfield. Great help side defense by the Braves. Crew brings it up, looks to set up the offense. They're still in their bulldog pick and roll offense. Pace drives. He's got a lane. He puts it up. It's in.
Oh, that's a great take. He's smooth as butter.
And Tate has the size. He is a difficult matchup for anybody.
Yeah, he's, what is he, 6'4", 6'5"?
Easily.
And he's got 7-foot arms.
Yes, he does. Man, they go right back inside to Jones.
Why wouldn't you?
That's their game plan, and every time they've done it, we've had a hard time stopping it.
They're staying in the game. They're what are they running? A little high-low.
North Summit still in this high pick and roll offense. Brown with the high screen. Padfield denies it, kicks it to Pace on the dribble drive, just off the mark.
And who is it again?
Another rebound by Padfield.
Get in the hole. Boom! Big shot by Patty.
He has earned his minutes tonight.
Yeah, leave him on the floor.
5 or 6 offensive rebounds already. Christensen over to Evans. Evans over to Phelps. Phelps inside to Hardman.
Do we get that? And
another steal by Padfield.
Patty Whack is here.
Drew Richens pushes it up the floor, up the middle of the floor. Looks to Coach Priest for the call. Another pick and roll. It's over to Chewy. Slip screen by Padfield. Back to Chewy for a jumper. Just off the mark. Board by Jones.
North Summit has got to crash the boards better. Right now, I think Padfield's got nearly every rebound in the last 45 seconds.
He has. Phelps with gets it up right at the buzzer, short.
So at half, we're 28-19, the Braves. Braves won the second quarter. First quarter was pretty well split. First, 1.5 into the second quarter. Braves look pretty good right now.
They do. I think if you're Coach Priest, you're very happy with your team's energy, with their effort. I mean, make no mistake, they're still beating us inside, but with all the offensive rebounding and the steals and the ball pressure, we have just taken complete control, especially in that second quarter.
Yeah, if you do the little things, the hustle plays, I would say right now the hustle plays are going North Summit's way, and that's making the difference.
It is. That's the difference in the ball game.
Yep. North Summit took care of the ball a little bit better in the first quarter. Since then, I would say it's pretty well 6s.
Has been. It looks like our drill team's about ready to take the floor.
We're going to turn it over to them for a minute.
Nice performance by both the Asanas and North Summit cheerleaders.
Yeah, Tub and I talk about that a lot. They are as dedicated as any sports we have. They have great coaches. Josh, with your trying to get your youth girls in the middle school gym, how many times you try to get in there and the drill team's in there?
Pretty much every day.
They work hard at it, and of course the North Summit cheerleaders, they're returning champions quite a few times over right now.
Yep, the amount of time they spend preparing for these dances, for their drill cheer-offs, they do an amazing job. Their coaches are just amazing.
Yeah, again, we'd like to thank Trevor Devy for making sure this, and Kelly Richens for making sure this all gets set up. Big Critter, I think Big Critter got it initialized, and then, we're going to give one here to Grub Gun, the resource officer. Loved by all. All the kids go past him. They want it. You know him better than anybody, Josh. He's a neighbor.
My next door neighbor. Fantastic guy. The kids love him.
Yeah, as long as we don't have to. Last year, a ball went out of bounds, and he's going to love me for telling this. A ball goes out of bounds. He picks up the ball, goes to throw it back to the lady official. She's 10 feet away, and he missed her by 11 feet. So I hope he never has to draw that service pistol, or we're all in trouble.
I hope not.
So here we are, Josh, at the half, 28-19. 28-19. If you're North Summit, you can't come out and play not to lose.
You have to keep the pressure up. You have to keep the pressure up and try and keep the ball out of the post. Just looking at the scoring at halftime, North Summit, our leading scorer on the season's Tate Pace, he's got 6 right now. They've kind of – it seems like Bud has tried to keep as much pressure on him as possible, but the other North Summit players have responded. I mean,
they're stepping up.
Several kids, 8, 6 points. Everybody's doing their role. Everybody's doing their job. Coach Priest has got to be pretty happy. And looking at Enterprise, their leading scorer, Crew Evans, he's only got 2 right now. Jones has kind of been their go-to guy, Jones and Hardman. Jones has 6. Hardman is yet to score.
Jones is playing well. They're getting Jones his looks. If you're Coach Bud, Josh, you come out. Do you apply press? What do you do?
Well, I think after he took that first timeout, Coach Bud started switching their defenses constantly, and I think that's what slowed us down. We were having to adjust every time down the floor. It seemed like when Coach Priest made his adjustment, went to that pick and roll offense, that's where we really did the damage in the second quarter. I look for Bud to probably have some type of an adjustment for that coming out the second half. And so Coach Priest is up for the challenge.
Yeah, I noticed on that when we run our pick and roll, we hit Tate in the corner. They're paying a lot of attention to Tate. I think they're going to see if Tate can hit a few shots. I think they're not going to leave him open, but they're probably going to let that go a little bit and try and help out on that pick and roll. Get some help, weak side defense.
And that's pretty much last night's game. They applied – in the girls' game, I mean, if you watch that was a nail-biter. North Summit lost pretty much at the buzzer. They applied a ton of a pressure to Kate Smith right from the get-go, and she literally could not get a shot off. They had so many people face guarding her. Yeah. But Ellie Stevens stepped up. Yeah. They hit her at the high post. Jaden Sargent played good. I mean, all those girls, that's one thing about our girls' team is they're the same. They're hardworking. They don't care who scores the points. They move the ball around. They push the ball. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah, the only reason I like this scoreboard up here is for a bunch of dumb commentators to glance at so they can tell who's got some points, but I hate it for the kids. Yep. I really do. I wish it wasn't there and the kids just went out and played. You know when you're having a good game.
It is.
If you're Chase Padfield right now and you don't have a point on that board, you've had a good game.
Yep, Chase Padfield. I mean, what were we saying, 6, 7 offensive rebounds already?
Yep.
I mean, and that was just key for our 9-point advantage right now was his offensive rebounding.
Yeah, and when we had a streak of turnovers there. North Summit has 7 turnovers in the half. Enterprise had 11 turnovers in that half. The difference maker here is North Summit maybe capitalized on a few more than Enterprise did of ours. So yep. I look to see them take care of the ball a little better. I look to see them press a little bit. If you're North Summit, I like them coming out and pressing us. They spread us out. They spread themselves out. We're going to cut. We're going to use our quickness. Well, we don't have any size. We got to do something.
Well, I'm watching down there. I was just watching Crew Evans, Enterprise's top scorer. He just had a few intense words for his teammates, trying to get them revved up and going. And so North Summit's got to be ready for the challenge here. The boys need to step it up, keep the momentum going.
Braves won the first half. Let's see how this plays out.
Teak Truman with the ball,
Oh,
throws it away. Steal by Crew. Richens takes it in. Oh, just short on the layup.
He shorted that. He wishes he could have it back. Great steal, though. Good effort. That's what you expect out of Crew.
Look at them going right back to the post. We're in man-to-man right now, Wyatt. Switching our defense again. Good turnaround by Jones. Just off the mark, though. Keston pulls in the defensive rebound. Ball goes over to Padfield on the left.
As you said, Evans coming out with a little more intensity on defense. He's not going to let Keston get to any of his spots.
Keston Richens kicks it over to skip pass to Tate Pace. Just off the mark from 3. Board by Roger Cope. Gets it over to Christensen. Christensen looking right back to get the ball to Jones in the post. They managed to do it. He goes up. Looks like they call a jump ball. I'm not sure if that was a jump or a travel.
Lot of work going in there. You know, I got to give it to Luke Brown. Luke Brown is doing all he can down there, and he is not the same size.
He's given up about 3-4 inches easily to Jones, but doing a good job. There's the pressure you were talking about.
And we maybe just got away with the travel there ourselves.
We did. Keston over to Crew. Crew back to Keston. They're in a zone right now. Kind of a matchup 2-1-2 with Evans in the middle.
Ball sticking a little bit. We got to keep the ball from sticking. If you're North Summit, great move, Luke.
Move by Luke. He's blocked by Jones going in off Luke's foot.
Yeah, you can't. That's great defense by Jones right there. Great contest without fouling. Luke tried to initiate the contact. Jones actually didn't give him the contact he was looking for. Ended up with a block.
North Summit still in man-to-man right now. Looking like they're Christensen trying to get the ball over to Teague.
Oh, that's off his foot, yep. Great defense by Chewy.
You know, and you're going to get that from Crew every single night. The kid just does not stop. He is such a tough, hard-nosed player.
Great turnover.
Right idea by Keston. They're applying a half-court press just like we are, just off the hands of Luke Brown underneath.
Chewy's going to take it out top again. I've always said, but he's an electric little sucker. He's
like
going to bring
the Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
Jones on the left-hand side, looking inside to Cope. Jones drives. Good defense by Luke Brown. Christensen yo-yoing at the top, looking to set up a play. What do you know? They're going right back inside if they can.
Luke's doing a great job. We're getting backside help out of Razor right now, and they're not going to throw that ball in with him right there. They're going to force him to go back out and make them shoot outside.
Great help side defense.
Yep.
What a tough shot by Crew Evans. That's his 4th point of the night. North Summit, man, they got the ball up in a hurry. Tate Pace looks to score quick, just off the mark.
Not my favorite shot right there.
Maybe a little rushed.
Yep, they had numbers. It was a little – there's a difference between quick and rushed, and that one probably was closer to rushed.
Good rebound by Teak Truman. Just not able to finish the shot. What a hustle play by Truman.
Yep. Great hustle by
Tate Pace, able to get the ball, but he's fouled by Christensen.
That was great hustle.
Looks like Truman's come out of the half, and he's intense, but it looks like he might have hurt his
landed on his elbow
there. Hardman checks in the game for him.
You know, he's hurting now, but there's a lot of kids that wouldn't put that on the line to get hurt. Oh no.
Richens just loses the ball driving up the right-hand side. Christensen picks it up and pushes it up the floor right back inside.
Oh, good help. Good help, Chewy.
They call out their fist offense, a high screen and roll. There we go. Cope looks, kicks it out to Hardman. Hardman penetrates, shoots it.
Ooh.
Tough shot.
Oh, big shot.
Tough shot.
High off the glass.
Can't play much better defense than Keston did there, and Hardman was able to put that in off the glass. Got an official timeout here. Looks like they got it cleared up. Crew bringing the ball up the floor.
Enterprise is manned up, but they're manned up with way more intensity than the first half.
Keston just a little short. Crew Evans with the board, gets it over to Christensen, over to Hardman. Hardman drives baseline, drops it back to Cope, but he's fouled.
You know, right now, Josh, North Summit is settling for shots. We're not moving the ball well. We're not running off screens.
We are, and you know, and like you said, Enterprise has picked up the intensity on defense. And so we're going to have to match that intensity. It's only a 5-point game right now. We have not scored this second half. Cope gets it over to Evans for 3. Just off. Cope with the board, gets fouled by Boston Priest, who just checked into the game. That's Boston's first foul. We've got Roger Cope at the line. He's battling in there too. He's got 6 points.
Yeah, he's giving Luke a workout. They are. I'm super impressed with Luke's defense right now.
For as much size as we're giving up, I mean, Tate Pace and Greenwood are really only our guys that can match their size. They're battling in there, doing the best they can. Cope misses both of them, but an offensive rebound by Jones puts it in for 2.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Keston pushes it up to
Chewy.
Chewy.
Chewy, big shot, bud.
Good jumper from the free throw line for Crew Richens. Gets the ball over to Christensen, brings it up. They're bringing it up with some speed now. Hardman penetrates. They're still looking to get the ball inside every single
There we go.
time.
That's it, Luke. Great defense, Luke.
Tate pushes the ball up the floor, goes up the center, looks to pull up, kicks it back to Chewy.
Get
for
in,
3.
Chewy.
Just off.
Nothing there. A little short.
Good board by Roger Cope. Crew Evans brings it up the floor, looking to push it. Hardman throws it back out to Christensen, over to Evans. Evans inside to Cope.
There's the help
Cope.
and the travel.
I'm not sure if they're going to call a foul or a travel. Nope. It looks like one ref on the far side called travel. The other side, near side, called a foul.
Yeah, I'm not homering it here. I know I'm from North Summit. He lost his footing long before that foul. The foul happened as he slid between the two defenders.
He did. He moved that pivot foot.
Either way, it doesn't matter. Enterprise gets the ball back.
That's North Summit's third foul for the quarter, about halfway through. Jones up top, over to Hardman, back to Christensen. They're looking to get that ball to the high post.
If we're North Summit, Josh, what I'm seeing, we got to have all 5 guys with the same intensity level and defense. This game's going to get long.
That was a high-low action right there from Enterprise. Great ball movement. Way to attack the basket. Boston Priest kicks it into Luke Brown. Luke Brown
He's all right.
sets a lot of pressure right there. A lot of contact. The ref calls a foul on Roger Cope.
Good on Luke Brown for maintaining composure right there. There's no sense in panicking.
Isaac Greenwood checks in the game for Tate Pace. What a play by Crew.
Oh,
Great backdoor play by the Braves there.
Good pass, good look, just missed it.
Christensen for 3. Air ball, board by Hardman, back to Cope. Cope spins in the lane, blocked by Greenwood.
Luke.
Keston pushes the ball. Keston's one of our few seniors on the team, provides great senior leadership. Looks like that got tipped.
Yeah.
Tipped off Enterprise North Summit ball. Aiden Emmett checks into the game for Christensen for Enterprise.
Okay, here we go.
Still intense man-to-man. Boston Priest up top, gets it over to Crew Richens, who looks to drive, penetrates, gets it over to Boston.
Oh,
for
big
3.
shot.
2 big threes by Boston tonight. Boston with 6 points off the bench.
That's a great shot by Boston.
Now, Coach Priest has mixed up the defense again. North Summit back to a 2-3 zone. I think this is a smart move. Keep them on their heels.
Can't fall asleep on the inside.
Deep 3 by Evans.
And that's what we want them doing.
We do. If we can keep the ball out of the paint, that's in North Summit's favor.
Braves will inbound near side. Chewy's going to take a seat, and in for Chewy's going to be Patty.
Padfield with just a fantastic first half.
Difference maker.
Boston Priest looks to drive, kicks it to Padfield, who gets it to Richens, the top of the key. Greenwood holding the ball on the corner. Little bad pass. Enterprise with the steal. Jones is able to grab that ball. Evans bringing it up the floor. Kicks it to Emmett. Emmett for three.
Ooh, that was a quick release.
Short.
Oh. I don't know which way that should go.
Now, that, again, is one of those that we could have either called a foul or a travel. Either one would have been correct. Chase Padfield picks up his second foul. It's going to be Enterprise ball under the hoop. Tate Pace back in the game for Luke Brown.
Physical game, but I think the officials are calling it pretty fair.
Yeah,
as long as they it's equal both ends, I like that. Let them play.
Yep, let the boys play. Emmett Yo-Yo's looking to get it inside, kicks it over to Hardman. Hardman into Jones. Looks like a little reach around by Pace.
Yeah, they're going to get Tate for hooking him. He had the help. He had Isaac's help on that weak side.
Now there's 1:17 left, Wyatt, in the third quarter. North Summit just picked up their 5th team foul. That puts Enterprise in the bonus, which is huge.
Yeah.
Enterprise is typically a very good free throw shooting team.
Yeah, that's Tate Pace's third. And we had this conversation last night, Josh. 1:17 left in the third. You may need Tate. Do you take him out or do you leave him in?
You know, I've coached a lot of ball, and I'm pretty risky. I like to keep my guys on the floor.
I say the same. I say the same. Don't lose it in the third quarter.
Yep.
When you're
Jones goes 1 for 2 from the line. North Summit with a 33-28 lead right now with 1:08 left in the third quarter.
Yep. The offensive rebound valve has completely been turned off for North Summit on this end. They're getting a lot of second chances. There's one.
Great outside move. Jones they got the ball inside again, outside, inside, over to Evans. True Evans with a three-pointer. He's starting to get up to his season average in points.
Yep.
North Summit, they're still.
Ball sticking too much. Oh, big shot, Razor Blades.
And there's Keston. Is that the three that turns it around?
I hope it is for him.
Great shot. I mean, and that's senior leadership. We needed that three. It was a 2-point game.
Ooh.
Cade Evans drives in. Padfield picks up his third foul. Evans is going to shoot two. There's another one with 3 fouls. Can we afford to keep him on the bench as much energy as he's bringing?
Yeah, and conversely, everybody on the floor right now from Enterprise there's nobody with more than 1 foul.
And we've got 2 people with 3 fouls, Tate Pace and Padfield. It looks like
Chewy and Luke.
They're going to leave both of them in. Crew Richens and Luke Brown check back in. Crew Evans makes both free throws. It's now 33-36 with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. 3-point ball game. Do you hold it for the last shot here?
I do.
It looks like they've dropped into a 2-3 matchup zone to try and throw us off a little bit. North Summit looks to run their Trey offense. A shot in the corner. Padfield for 3. Oh, just off the mark, but a great offensive rebound.
What a look by Chewy! Oh, and a reverse layup by the Mantis. Good pass, Chewy.
And I think Tate Pace needed that.
Yeah, he did.
They have been doubling him all night long.
Oh, big shot.
You know, and that's just like Enterprise. They push it up the floor. They get the ball right back into the post. Jones with the turnaround jumper to end the quarter. We're still a 3-point ball game, 38-35.
Wow, what a great series there. North Summit maybe celebrated that pass and that reverse layup a little too much. We got to hustle back on defense.
Yes, we do. Let me read these other purple and white sponsors while we've got a free break here. We've got purple sponsors, BJ Race Enterprise, Colville Health Center, and in memory of Joe Jenkins. We've also got white sponsors, JR Environmental Design and A Country Place Blomquist Motel. I want to thank all of them for supporting the Braves this year.
3-point game. I don't think North Summit hasn't lost the lead since opening tip. I don't think. What do you think?
They haven't. We've held the lead the entire game.
We've held the lead. Coach Priest and Coach Bud, what are they doing right now? What are they telling their teams, Josh?
I think Coach Bud's preaching to his team to keep going inside, outside. They are still dominating the paint on us. I think Coach Priest is trying to keep us with some composure. We probably need to take a little better shots, not rush very many shots this fourth quarter. Take care of the basketball. You know, like you said, North Summit's held the lead the entire game. They've done a very good job what they're doing is working.
Yeah.
They need to stick with it. They need to keep with it. I mean, both teams are struggling stopping each other at this point. It's going to come down to who wants it more.
Yep, here we go. North Summit comes out in a
2-3 zone.
2-3.
Christensen over to Emmett. Emmett back to Christensen over to Phelps. Phelps back to Aiden in the corner. Yep, Aiden shoots. He's just off the mark.
Great box out by Luke. He did not get that rebound, but he boxed all the way out.
He's the reason we got it.
Yep, he got a hand on that ball.
Enterprise still in a high-pressure man-to-man.
There
Great
it is.
backdoor play.
Oh,
just off the mark. The lob was there. He was Tate Pace just off the mark. Enterprise pushes it up the floor, but it looks like Luke Brown's going to get called with the foul.
Yep. So that's going to put North Summit's third guy with at least 3. Great look for Tate. It didn't go. Come back on defense. Let's try it one more time.
That's a patented lob play that Coach Priest put in last year, and man, they've had some success with that, especially down at State.
Well, it's hard to stop when you're lobbing it to a guy that's that big and that athletic, that tall and
that high.
Yep.
North Summit in a 2-3 zone.
Oh, great block by. Oh.
If you look at that rebound right there, Wyatt, there were 3 Enterprise guys with inside position. They are hitting the boards hard.
Yeah, it actually cost them that rebound because same team, too many hands on the ball.
Crew Richens looking at Coach Priest for the signal. They're going the same lob play. It's there.
Oh, it was late.
Hardman read it. He knew it was coming. Phelps brings it up the floor, drives up the middle over to Emmett in the 3. He shoots it in the corner.
Ooh, big shot.
Big shot. We've got a
tied up.
Tie game at 38 with 6:40 left in the fourth quarter.
That kid has a great quick release.
He does. That's Aiden Emmett from Enterprise. He's a junior.
Good take, Cooey! Good take, Cooey!
True Richens, coast to coast right there.
Yeah, Josh, on that pick and roll up high, we're getting a matchup where we have Tate Pace with a kid a 1.5 shorter than him. I would like to see Tate Pace keep that and go to the hill.
I would too. Tate is such a gifted, talented player. Inside the high post, off the mark for Hardman.
We got lucky there. The Braves were standing on defense down low. They got the shot they looked. It just wasn't the best shot, but
the Braves go to their Duke offense. Boston Priest penetrates, gets it to wide open 3 for Padfield.
Shorted it.
Phelps with the rebound. They push the ball up the floor over to Emmett again in the looking for a 3. Back to Phelps who puts it up.
Oh!
Enterprise has just taken their first lead of the ball game.
First lead of the game, 5:38 in the fourth.
That halftime talk from Bud Randall must have been intense because they came out as a different team.
Yep. And everything we've been preaching about stopping it inside, now their outside shooting's turned on.
And I think Padfield with a great drive there gets fouled on the shot. And I think that's right. I mean, they've put so much pressure on us throwing it into the post that we've had to double team that.
Yeah.
And now that we're double teaming it, that's opened up their 3-point shots, and they are starting to connect.
Yep. They're getting good looks. We're flying to the corner, but with that help on the inside, we're just a half a step too late.
Keston Richens back in the game for Boston Priest. Padfield just missed his first free throw. He's got one more here. Free throws are going to be huge down the stretch here. Hardman comes out of the game for Enterprise. Christensen back in.
Got that one. Oh, nope.
Oh, just off. That's North Summit basketball off Jones's leg. Coach Priest with a full timeout. 5:19 left in the game, Wyatt.
Yep. If you're North Summit, you got to get to your spot better. We've missed a couple layups. That's the other thing. North Summit's missed a couple layups, and Enterprise has hit 2 or 3 threes consecutive.
Yes,
they're crashing the boards. They're hitting the boards. North Summit's really got to crash the boards. These are defensive rebounds. We need Enterprise's second chance points. If you're a North Summit Brave, you can't afford to let them have that.
No, you can't. And North Summit we've had a few kids that normally don't shoot a lot of threes hit some tonight. Tate Pace normally has about 3 or 4 a game. He hasn't got one to fall tonight. I look for him to, just at the end of any game, a good coach is going to get their best players the ball.
Yeah.
And I look for Coach Priest to set up something to get our best athletes the ball, set up a good play, We need to take our time. We need to do the things that we're working, and we need to probably go back to that pick and roll.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know, if you're Tate, probably don't look for the outside shot. Not saying that he can't hit him. Tonight just hasn't necessarily been his night. If I'm Tate Pace and I come off that screen and I get a mismatch, we need Tate Pace with some rhythm going into the end of this game. He gets a couple layups to go. We'll be fine.
I'd like to see a little pick and roll action from Crew Richens and Tate Pace.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of a deadly duo there. Tate's with the loop. They've got it. There he is. Gets it up top.
Oh,
Tate
shorter.
just short. Great out of bounds play from Coach Priest. Still, Chewy picks it up over to Tate. Still again by Enterprise. A couple of turnovers there from both teams.
Yep.
Phelps pushes it up to Cope. Cope with 2 points.
That was a great series for Enterprise. Down on this other end, I think North Summit got away with the foul, and I think Enterprise got away with the foul. Got to get back on defense.
Yep.
North Summit down by 3.
Luke Brown at the top, pulls up for a jumper, just a little hard.
Good looking
True
shot.
Evans with the board. Pushes it up the floor to Christensen. Christensen off the mark. Board by Padfield. Keston Richen brings it up the right-hand side. Looks to Coach Priest for the offense. North Summit's in their Tennessee offense. Tate Pace back over to Keston for 3.
Oh.
Just a little short. Christensen pulls the board in. 43-40 right now for Enterprise. 4:10 left in the game.
Yep. If you're Enterprise, take care of the ball. Right now, you're getting to your spots. And they're playing well.
And that's what Enterprise has done well tonight. Christensen pulls up for 3, a little hard. Board by Tate, gets it out to Crew. Crew with a wide open layup.
Oh! Oh, his mom just had a heart attack.
Squeaks it in there.
Yeah, holy cow.
42-43.
North Summit's doing a good job of keeping this inbound pass. Coach Bud's going to take we're not going to let that pass go down low in the low post.
And again, a strategic timeout by Bud Randall there. He knows we might have got a little momentum there. He didn't want to see that. He's stopping it right now. If you've watched Enterprise the whole game, though, their game plan has been to get the ball inside. What they've essentially done is milk the shot clock every single time down the floor, and they've been patient where we have not been as patient this second half.
Yeah.
North Summit, like I said, I hope we go back to some type of a pick and roll offense.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Enterprise is going to come back out with probably some inside when that help comes and kick. And they're going to do that late. They're going to wait till they get the shot they want. They're going to do it late in the shot clock.
This is where, and I've coached with Coach Priest. He does a fantastic job, especially in the fourth quarter. Coach Priest has so many different offensive sets, so many different defenses. He mixes things up. I look for him to make a couple adjustments here to try and get some momentum back in our favor.
One foul apiece. So,
and that's been nice. The refs have let them play.
Yep.
There could have been several times. I mean, we could have had 10 fouls every quarter, but they have let these boys play, which is nice. They throw the ball into Cope. Tate Pace with the steal.
What a great read.
Lost it out of bounds.
Good save, though. Oh, what a play. Nice play, Chewy. Good follow, Luke.
What an assist by Crew Richards over to Luke Brown. North Summit back in the lead, 44-43.
Great hustle by Tate to set it up. It didn't go the way he wanted, but it went our way.
Keston Richens picks Crew Evans' pocket. Timeout by right Coach Priest. Fantastic timeout. Every possession matters right now.
Yep.
Great timeout by Coach Priest. Now, I cannot imagine Bud Randall is happy about that turn of events. Not only did they turn it over right on the pass in, but they probably should have had 2 loose balls there.
Yeah.
And Crew Richens out-hustled him and made that great pass play to Luke Brown for 2. North Summit just doesn't give up.
Yeah, Tate got the initial steal, got down there, lost the handle, threw it around his back as it's going out of bounds, goes right to Chewy. But, Chewy's following, he's hustling.
And, there were 3 Enterprise players there thinking that ball was coming to them, and Crew went right between them and grabbed it.
Yeah, and then North Summit's quarterback delivers one more right to Luke. Underneath Luke, did a great step through to finish.
We've got North Summit ball down on the baseline with 3:19 left.
Here comes the press.
Well,
as a North Summit Brave, I love this.
I do too. Anytime there it is, they're looking deep. Oh, a little short. We shorted that pass.
Yeah.
Still by Jones. Emmett back to Christensen. Christensen looks to set up the offense. They're looking to get the ball back over there to Jones on the left block. Screen by Evans. Christensen drives. Great defense
Good
by
defense.
Keston Richens.
Good switch.
Right off the leg of Christensen.
Enterprise is bringing the press again.
Phelps checking into the game for Christensen.
Braves set up the press breaker.
Luke Brown, they run their speed. They get it back to Keston. The press is broken. Good job, Braves. Enterprise still in a high-pressure man-to-man. There's the pick and roll we've been talking about. They've gone back to it. Luke Brown right there. There it is.
Oh.
Got fouled.
Oh, got fouled. He did.
And Wyatt, I think that's the key is the pick and roll offense.
Yeah, and I know Enterprise, he did up top was clean, down low with the body.
Yep, great. And there's that adjustment I was looking for. Coach Priest is really good about making adjustments, and there it was. That was what got him the lead in the second quarter. Ooh. Luke Brown a little short on that first week. Very uncharacteristic of Luke Brown.
He wants that one back, but this one's going in.
I'm looking at his dad, and he's over there shaking his head. He cannot believe it.
I told Tubb last night, there's nothing like having your kid in a tight game step up to the free throw line.
He gets the second one to fall, 45-43 with 2:40 left. Little pressure by North Summit. Back to Crew Evans at the top. Gets the ball over to Phelps. Excuse me, he keeps it.
Yep.
They're looking to go back to Jones. Gets it to Phelps. Inside, great pass by Phelps to Jones. Cope able to get the loose ball over to Phelps. He pulls up. Tipped.
Good board, Luke! Great board, Luke Brown. Take care of the ball.
Keston pushes it up the middle, looking to set up the offense. Smart decision. We did not have numbers there. Way to pull it out. There's the pick and roll. Boston has him sealed. We just missed him. They're going back to the Bulldog. Good screen by Boston. Tate looks to drive.
The circus shot. Did he get away with the walk?
He might have gotten away with a walk there, but he got the left-handed circle shot to go there. Enterprise fans are not happy with that.
Of all the shots Tate has taken tonight, that's the one that goes in.
That's the hardest one.
Yep.
Enterprise back to the post. Jones.
Oh, that's a block.
Great
Good
defense.
Block.
Great defense by Luke Brown and Tate Pace, able to stop that inbounds play.
Braves maintaining control of the ball here. I say slow it down. Kill everything.
Yep. Run that shot clock out. Tate Pace with the ball at the top. Drives to the left. Pulls up.
There it is. There's going to the rack like we talked about.
That's what we need. They fear that pick and roll, and Tate rejected the screen there and took it left right to the hole. They get the ball back into Jones, over the head. A little too high.
Yeah, that pass wasn't bad. There a lot of contact underneath. Jones couldn't quite get to it.
Bud Randall putting Hardman and let's see, Teague Truman back into the game for Jones.
Teague's going to bring some intensity here on Luke.
I'm kind of surprised by that substitution. Jones has kind of been their go-to guy. They get the ball into Boston Priest. He gets trapped back to Keston. Keston pushes.
Oh, we don't need that, Kes.
Looks like he's going to get a foul called on number 42, Teague Truman.
If you're Coach Priest, you probably want Razor to slow that up. Pop that back out.
There's 57 seconds left. You've got a 6-point lead.
It's a 2-possession game. You could burn the clock twice and as long as you play good defense.
They're looking for an out here to Tate. Backdoor by Chew. He just missed. Luke Brown gets it up top. Back to Crew. Let's milk that clock. 53 seconds left. Crew stumbles with the ball. Ball goes off Enterprise. North Summit ball. We've still got 28 seconds on the shot clock, Wyatt.
Yep.
It's a 6-point game with 49 seconds left. If North Summit realistically just holds the ball, I'm not sure Enterprise could take the lead. We really need to milk the clock here.
Make them foul you.
We've got the ball in Tate Pace's hands, which is smart.
Tate.
Tate. There's a foul there.
Yeah, far side ref got the foul. Enterprise wanted the back court.
Was Teague Truman pushed Tate Pace there a little bit back, and that's the call the far ref made. He had a pretty good view of it.
Okay, Josh, if you've got 1 foot on the half and 1 foot on the other half and it never changes, is that a back court?
It's not back court unless you're 3/4 of the way across with the ball.
And I don't know if he was, so I'm not going to homer that. He might have got both of them over.
Yeah, I'm not sure there because he was really close and then he got pushed back. And that far ref saw that push. But that, obviously, you're not going to be happy with that call if you're Enterprise, and I can see why they're not happy.
Yeah. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's the way it goes. Braves have the ball. Braves maintain possession. 6-point lead.
Who are you looking to get? What are you doing with the ball if you're Coach Priest?
Right now, for me, I want the ball in Chewy and Razor's hands.
I agree. You want to get the ball into your best free throw shooter's hand right now. They've got 14 fouls, so they've got to foul one more time before we go into the bonus. North Summit only has 1 foul at this point, but Enterprise is going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to probably foul. Who are they going to put at the line? I imagine I can see Coach Priest trying to get the ball into Tate Pace's hands. He's been a lockdown free throw shooter so far in all 4 games.
Near side inbound.
Oh, we've got a foul before the play started. It's too bad that foul was called because Crew Richens was wide open for 2 points. Bud Randall talking to the ref. He's not very happy about that, but it probably saved him 2 points.
Yeah.
There's their 15th foul, so they're shooting now. That was their last foul. We've got Tate Pace. That's who I'd personally want at the line. Tate Pace has put in more hours in basketball than about anybody I know in the program, and he lives for these moments.
Yep. And
there it is.
That says it right there.
Nothing but net.
So that makes it a 3-possession game. We're killing the clock from here on out.
42.5 seconds left.
Plenty of time for Enterprise. They don't really need to rush anything. They don't want to waste any time. But
Tate, ice in his veins, gets both of them. 51-43, 8-point lead. They push it up the right side. Evans, that should be a travel. Oh, he calls a jump ball. I'm not sure.
Well, how's it a jump ball if he maintained possession?
There was never any.
It wasn't a foul for sure. It was all ball.
It should have been most likely a travel. The ref calls it a jump ball, which happens to benefit North Summit.
Yeah.
Keston gets it into Tate. They trap him right there under the baseline. He throws it off their legs. Smart play. He was stuck there.
Smart play.
If I'm Coach Priest, I'm still trying to get the ball, keep the ball in Tate's hands right here. And if anything else, he's so tall, just throw it up to him.
Yeah, I run Chewy long and deep right here.
There goes Tate. He's deep. He's
deep.
got it. That's 2. Oh, I just got bust.
Luke
Luke pulls
dribble it out. Smart move.
Brown with this. Over to Tate. Tate's got it. They've got a foul over there in the corner. Tate will go back to the line.
What a headsy play from Luke Brown.
Yep, I mean, that was key.
Yep, headsy play. Don't turn it over. Don't shoot a wild shot and let him come back in transition. Dribble it out. Even though the clock stops, we got Tate at the line.
And this early in the season, if you're Coach Priest, you're watching your team right now and you're saying, who's got the ice in their veins that's going to make those shots? Who's going to keep their composure? This is going to help him later in the season to know who to have in the game. Luke Brown was such a great, smart play.
Yeah,
could have had a bucket.
Heads up play. And, Tate probably hasn't had his best shooting night, but he's still got 16.
Still got 16 points, most of them in the fourth quarter.
No fouls from the Braves. If you're Enterprise, you're looking for a good, clean.
A charging call. Crew Evans with the push-off. That might have been a little bit of acting there. But
yeah, that's one call that I will say I don't agree with. He didn't push off.
They've let a lot of hard fouls go. That one wasn't as tough. North Summit gets it inbounds down to Boston. Pulls it out. 15 seconds left, 8-point lead. Crew dribbles around, gets it to Boston, kicks it back out to Crew. They're going to run out the clock. Enterprise has called it off.
You know what? Great effort by Enterprise. But North Summit down the stretch just maintained great composure.
They did. I think going back to the pick and roll helped. They win this game 53-43 against an undefeated Enterprise team.
Yep. Enterprise
is ranked 3rd in the state. North Summit's 5th in the state. I imagine this game right here will probably switch them.
You know what? And Enterprise, hey, we wish you a safe travel home. Appreciate you coming up.
Always good to have them here. I love their coach. They do such a good job. They're always a team I do not want to see at state.
Yep, no, classy team.
Yep. We appreciate all of them. Appreciate Wyatt. Thanks for being here tonight. Thank you for tuning in if you're here.
Yep. We will see you back tomorrow. North Summit boys play Beaver at what time, Josh?
First game, the freshmen start at 10 a.m.
And the girls are in Rich tomorrow, taking on the Rich Rebels.
I believe the varsity game's at 1 p.m. tomorrow
for
the boys playing Beaver. So be sure to check back in. We'll be here. Look forward to be here tomorrow. We'll see you then.
See you.